go. This is take two, not the first game. Hopefully we won't have a keyboard issue this time. Because that's why its waypoint wasn't working.
Yeah.
I kept thinking, okay, something's wrong.
So this time they've decided to swap spots, but they're almost the same color. Pep Jr., the orange Protoss, spawning in the bottom right. And in the top left, we have HC Nebula, the yellow Terran.
I'm Pep Jr. just making sure he's okay. Very good manners.
Okay.
Thank you. I like good manners. That makes the games go easier. So, I'm wondering, will HC be favored due to he does random because he would know Protoss as well? Or could Pep just own him? We'll see. We have the SUV building as well. So, this time everything's standard for Darren.
Yep, chrono boosting out the probes for Mr. Pep Jr. Both players still pretty standard. He could be throwing down that barracks. There it is. And things are going pretty normal for this state in the game. Protoss opting to scout. Terran just kind of sitting back.
Now, Terran hasn't scouted yet, which is kind of concerning. I'd like to see Terran scout after the supply depot, but however, maybe just opting to save minerals.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown down a refinery either, although the Protoss is going with a standard, I believe, 13 assimilator.
And a little bit of talk going back and forth. And we can see the SCV chasing the probe. And you don't come in my base.
Yeah,
and
but
walled off, so the probe won't get out.
That Marine is absolutely going to destroy that probe.
That probe will not survive, unfortunately.
It was a nice try. Oh, teasing him with that wall. Oh, that was just cold. Probes are faster than Marines, and both of them just decided to have a lunch break again. HC has lost sight of him. Yes.
Yeah. Usually, if the Marine loses sight. Now, the expansion coming down for HC as well.
There it is. He spotted it again. Go, Marine, go. That probe is going down.
There we go.
Pep Jr. with a hearty darn. I could have had that. Pep Jr. once again going with 2 assimilators.
So probably a 2-gate robo, I'm going to assume from that is what he's going to do.
Chrono boosting that warp gate. But that Zealot has no chance of catching that SCV.
Nope, needs his stalker.
Has enough minerals for it. Changed his mind, threw down a gateway. Okay, so that's 3 gateways.
Kinda interesting.
Eric, of course, going for the expansion at his natural. A nice fast expansion. And he's going to back it up with 3 racks and 2 gas at the same time. Although, yes, he has energy on his command center. He almost had 100 there. He threw down his mule just in time. And there we go. Second mule.
Kinda interesting, so maybe he's just forgetting about his mules. We'll see how that transpires.
Alright, so both of his gases have completed. He hasn't filled them up yet, just 1 on each. And the Protoss has a lovely 3-gate robo coming out.
So it's a 3-gate robo versus a 2-base Terran with bunkers, and I'd like to see Marauders a little earlier, and that's what HC is going to do. Maybe he looked at the other guy and said, huh, didn't make any Marauders.
Oh, look, he's going with a nice 2-tech lab reactor build. So yeah, we should be seeing some Marauders with some early stem and concussive shells.
Another bunker going down for Terran at the natural expansion.
Protoss already moving out with a healthy army. Could easily stomp the Terran as he is right now, but the Terran does have Marauder coming out. Those 3 racks are just kind of chilling, doing nothing. Instead of spending all of his energy on mules, he did opt for a supply drop. So he must have been feeling the pressure. Had to throw down that supply. Always good to lose like 270 minerals.
Kind of interesting. We do have 1 Marauder and 2 Marines in production. Gonna need more than that. Well, he does have 1 Marauder in the bunker already. So he should be okay. It's not really a big force.
Yep. Protoss having a very healthy 4-unit composition. Zealot, Sentry, Stalker, Immortal Observer. It's like the 1-1-1 for Protoss. He has Chrono Boost on his robotics facility, but nothing coming out of it. Always got to be careful about that.
Yeah, that's just a general error that can happen.
So Terran has not yet scouted the Robo facility, although he has scanned the Protoss base. It was just barely out of range. Terran throwing Protoss throwing down plenty of extra proxy pylons. To make sure they don't get destroyed, although none of them are closer to the Terran base.
Kind of weird what the positioning is.
Yeah, this is going to be disastrous for the Protoss unless he can make something magical happen. Of course, he did get those force fields behind the bunkers, like we saw the last game we watched of him.
Marauders are tear
really
through
good.
gateway units, unfortunately.
Yep. He's going to back up, but those Marines are easily going to take down those Immortals.
Well, at least 1.
Everything running back home. There's 3 proxy pylons. One of them at least is going to be spotted by the watchtower. Protoss immediately expanding in response. He knows he's behind in economy. He wants to catch up. Although I'm not sure if he can even hold this force that's coming right now.
But you gotta remember that he still has 3 proxy pylons that he can do stuff with.
Yep, Terran throwing down his 3rd, wants to stay a base ahead. Some lovely force fielding at the Protoss Natural.
Yeah, very nice force fields. So we did hold it. Very good force fields.
Those Marauders just marching back home with their macho selves. Probably going to take out that pylon. Indeed. Army is just walking by each other. Looks like he wanted to trade out the 4 Marauders. Oh, there we go.
Now they haven't scattered these other 2 pylons yet, so they're still there, and Terran has no idea that they're there, so that could be a problem. I have a 3rd coming out, which Brad did state.
The Terran did spot the observer that was hiding in the Terran base, giving him vision, and got the scan off on it. The 2nd observer is coming out, making its way across the map. It's kind of poking around. I guess going for that 3rd, it looks like. There's a Marauder in the middle of the map, going to scout this push.
Now, you have to remember those 3 pylons are still there, so he was able to warp in some units here. Terran does not know that exists, unfortunately. And the 3rd's up, but no orbital, no SUVs on it yet, so it's kind of just sitting there.
Yeah, most of the units that Terran has out, Protoss has out, cannot shoot up. Just 5 Stalkers definitely won't be able to take out a command center. Although if it's morphing, it won't have time to lift unless he cancels it. Very nice timing here, but here comes MMM, the bane of
Oh, he just takes out that command center, though.
Yep. I was Protoss, I would immediately throw down some High Templar tech, although he doesn't even have... yeah, there goes the GG.
Well,